Hi there, welcome to the Motley Crew, the channel that showcases games from the Motley Crew fleet, and this is a mono Motley game, or games, called DD Double Bubble. I hope you guys haven't had too much trouble with the recent solar eruptions, coronal mass ejection, or whatever. I know I've had internet problems. Anyway, so these games were recorded last week. This first game on Friday. If you haven't done so already, we really would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. It really does help our channel out. And likewise, if you're interested in joining our fleet, we have got 5 slots available. If you do want to come along and join, send us a friend request and we'll go from there. So this first game is on my free-to-play account, Broadside Booty, and it features the Tier 8 destroyer, Hayate. As you can see, we're on Tears of the Desert. Interesting thing with this, obviously, because it's my free-to-play account, I don't use any money normally to progress things. So the commander, as you'll see at the end of the game, is not fully ranked up. And this, I think I was doing my premiums, my Tier 8 premiums, when I did this game on Friday morning. And as I keep telling the guys, I don't normally play DDs. I'm a bit of a cruiser main, but we'll see. Okay, so we're going to push in towards the Charlie cap. We've spawned to the southwest of Charlie on Tears of the Desert. My threat indicator is telling me there is, obviously, there's going to be a red team threat coming from off my port quarter. There's only 2 DDs in this match on each team. Yeah. Oh, a Jean Bar. Oh, she, surprisingly, is pushing in. I must admit, most times I see a Jean Bar on the opposite team, it's going backwards. But, no, look, she is coming forwards. Okay, so I'm going to push into Charlie. I'm hopefully spotting for my teammates, and also we're going to try and cap the Charlie cap. Yeah, Jean Bart seems to have slowed down. She doesn't want to push all the way in. She realises there's probably a DD in the cap, and there's also a Minnesota there. As you can see on the minimap, the Bravo cap is being turned by the red team. I suspect there's a DD in there. So as I said earlier, the Jean Bart seems to be holding just shy of the cap boundary. That Minnesota is pushing in. Torp's out on her. Torp's out on sort of predicted track for the Jean Bar. Okay, we've nearly capped. I'm not going to give away my position by firing just yet. Yeah, the cruiser and battleship that spawned with me are holding off slightly. I think that's a Shimanto, is a cruiser. Okay, managed to get a torp hit on the Minnesota. I'm still spotting for my teammates. Yeah, there is some supporting fire coming in now. Jean Bart is going backwards. That's more like it. Okay, looks like Minnesota is going to push in to challenge the cap. I've smoked up now, and we're going to start firing on the Minnesota. She has got a flood on her, and she's got fires on her as well now. Just going to try and wear her down. Bang, first blood, first kill. So Jean Bart's now pushing. Oh, and I get a liquidator on Minnesota as well. That's quite unusual. Jean Bart is pushing in. Yeah. She does look a little bit hesitant. She does know there's a DD in here. Basically at the moment, I'm just farming her. Trying to get fires on her, obviously. The torps have reloaded. Push out torps towards Jean Bart. But it does look like the cruiser and battleship that's spawning me are pushing in support. I don't particularly want to get caught in the open by that Jean Bart. So I'm going to push around now. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to go and see if I can turn the Bravo cap. So, blue team, I managed to get a torp on the Jean Bart. Blue team, we've turned the Charlie and the Alpha cap. Okay, I think that's an Iowa and a Shimanto pushing in. Yeah. Jean Bart is going to try and turn the cap. I think it might be too late for her now. As I said, I'm going to push into the Bravo cap. There is a blue cruiser. I think it's a Balti who has started to turn the cap. Yeah. In fact, the Saipan picks off the Jean Bart. And I don't know if you missed it earlier, our Balti also took out the red team Nutrishimi. Okay, it does look like most of the red team are congregating around the Alpha cap. And the rest of the blue team are now starting to push towards the Alpha cap. As I said, I'm going to push into Bravo, help turn the cap, and also obviously try and spot red team ships out on Alpha. Yeah, Balti's pushed in as well. She started capping.
Engine boost 解除。前方に魚雷確認。We fight for that area without retreat.
Yeah, the red team Brandenburger's taken out our Lepanto. We are nearly 200 points up. We have got 2 caps. And we have sunk one more red ship than they've sunk blue. Okay, there's a Kansas pushing from the Alpha cap. Torps out on her. We have turned the Bravo cap, as I said. I smoke up. I'm going to start to farm that Kansas if I can. Get a fire on her. Yeah, and other ships are starting to wade in as well. She does manage to avoid most of those. In fact, she's avoided all the torps. But she is starting to burn out. She's got at least 2 fires on her. There we go. That's kill number 2. So, I now decide to push out to the north, if you like, of the Alpha Cap. A, to spot the red team, but also to see if we can catch them out by coming round behind them. I also, as you'll see in a minute, I suss out that the red team carrier is not far away from me. You will see their carrier plane suddenly appear off my starboard quarter. Closest ships to me at the moment are on the Alpha Cap. And it's 4 ships down on both teams. There you go. So I suss out, or I guess if you like, that the carrier is not that far away. She's off my starboard quarter. Managed to shoot down one of the planes, enemy planes. There she is. I think, yeah, it's a Shikaku. Balti's activated her radar. Torps out on Shikaku. And I start to engage. Meanwhile, our Balti's taking out the Awami. Yeah, they're trying to torp. Managed to avoid the torps. Now, I think I've said before, normally I don't recommend destroyers going out their way to take out the opposition aircraft carrier, but if she's there close, why not? So, just 3 ships left on the red team now. And I know at least 2 of them are in the Alpha Cap. I think that's a Hipper, is the cruiser. Yeah. And the battleship is off to the way off to the south of the Alpha Cap. But I am aware, look at my threat indicator is pointing off my starboard quarter again. Oh, I suspect that there is the red team destroyer is out there. She's off my starboard quarter. Yeah, Z-44. But as you'll see, we are starting to pull way ahead on points now. I'm spotted, which I suspect is the... And there she is, Z-44. Shots on her. Meanwhile, our carrier's taken out the red team Brandenburg. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to run out of point. We're going to point out. Yeah, there we go. Before I can get the kill on the Z-44. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And as you can see, my command is only on 11. But I thought that was quite an interesting game. And I certainly enjoyed playing it. And I hope you did too. And the second game we've got for you, I think I recorded this on Tuesday. It was I was doing a bureau project, I suspect for the Vermont, and it features yours truly in the Z-52. As you can see, we're on Atlantic. It's a capture the base We've spawned to the southwest on the southern spawn. Okay, I've got a... I know there's a Luchon out there. I've got to keep an eye out for her. I've spawned. There's a Karl Johan next to me. And it's good to see, as I push forward, the Karl Johan is going to push forward too in support. I know some people think capture the base can be a little bit more problematic than a domination. You don't have caps to go and capture. In fact, the golden rule I always think with this is defend your own cap. Okay, so we're going to push out. We're going to spot. Threat indicator is saying that the closest red team ships are up towards their cap, which is understandable. That's where they spawn. So we're going to, as I said, we're going to push forward and see if we can spot for our teammates. Yeah, the other red team destroyer is a Shima. We all know about her torch, but she's got good guns too. And unfortunately not enough players use her guns. Okay, it looks like we've got red team ships pushing. I can tell that from the threat indicator, as you can see on the screen. Yeah, they've spotted the first... there we go. I was about to say they spotted the first ships up by the red cap, but there's a Karl Johan pushing in. I thought about torch, but she looks like she's going to go behind the island, so they would just be wasted. And there's a Luchon. Immediately engage her, smoke up. And we know she's got a very high rate of fire, although, to be fair, her guns don't do per shell as much damage as mine will. Switch to AP. She is dead broadside to me. Of course, the beauty is I've got the sonar running, 5.9 range, so although she's smoked up, she can't hide. Back to HE. And I must admit, I thought I had this in the bag, this kill. It's good to see, though, that other ships are focusing her as well. Always good to see your teammates shooting at a destroyer. Bang. Karl Johan arguably yoinks her. But hey, that's a ship off the board. Torps out on that Karl Johan. The red team Karl Johan there. But as you can see from the mini-map, it looks like there's at least 2, if not 3, red team battleships have pushed down onto this flank. Shots out using the smoke screen as cover. I've been spotted. Yeah, there's another Karl Johan there. Shots out on her. Luckily her guns weren't focusing me. Well, they are now. Try and get behind the island as quickly as possible. Get a fire on her. And the third ship is a Cristoforo Colombo. That could be problematic. Not only she got good guns, her secondaries are pretty mean too. And while I'm waiting for my torps to reload, I know that Karl Johan is pushing round. That's fine. I can wait. Oh, I do manage to get my epic reload going. I've got over 30,000 damage. There's obviously a fire on one of the ships, because you can see my damage counter is ticking over. Yeah, there's the Karl Johan. One rack of torps out on her predictive track, and then I do a wide spread just in case she turns in. one ship down on both teams at the moment. The red team Montana did take out our Salem. I think she's going to pick up a torp at least. They're looking pretty good. 1, 2, yeah. All take a big chunk off her health. Shots out on her. Okay, this is risky. I'm in open water, but she's... Oh, the Yamato yoinks it. But I'm spotted by the Cristoforo Colombo, which is not what I really wanted. Yeah, I'm going to zig and zag now, trying to avoid her gunfire. Torps are reloaded. She does smoke up. Red Team Musashi takes out our Yamato. And there's the Shima. Shots on her immediately. And it's actually good, sort of, to see her actually using her guns. So you see so many Shima players out there who don't use their guns, and they are bloody good guns on Shima. I've smoked up. Oh, she picks up a torp. That's my first kill. Cristoforo Colombo is pushing in. I can start farming her a little bit. Torps out on her. There's a whole raft of skill, as we call it, coming towards. I think those are Carl Johan torps by the looks of things. He does pick up a couple of torps, and then bang, she gets 3 of my torps. Kill number 2. Shots out on Carl Johan. I'll start farming her. Our main takes out the red team Tulsa. Yeah, she's picked up more Carl Johan torps. The red team Carl Johan has taken out our blue team Carl Johan. But as you can see, there's another raft of skill going towards her. Bang. Our Carl Johan gets her revenge. I know there's a battleship up behind that island. I think that's the Musashi. Yeah, there she is. Can't quite get torps out on her without hitting that island. Managed to avoid those torps. And as you can see, there's even more torpedoes. I'm pretty sure they're Carl Johan torpedoes going towards the Musashi. I think she's avoided that first batch. Oh, maybe not. Our Hayate takes out the red team Takahashi. Torps out on Musashi. Oh no, she does take a load of those Carl Johan torps. And, to be honest, I'm going to yoink. Bang. Kill number 3. And as you can see, over 111,000 damage done. 3 epic reloads. And 3 legendary reloads. Meanwhile, the blue team Hayate is pushing into the red team's cap. And they've just got 1 ship left, which I think is a Montana, and she's way up on the northern side of the map. I don't know about you. If you look, the speed I'm doing is not that much short of 40 knots yet. She looks like she's just coasting along. Yeah, we're not going to get anywhere near the Montana. And I suspect we probably won't even get anywhere near the red team base before it's either captured or the Montana goes down. Yeah, you can just make out Montana there. Yeah, she's on about a quarter health at the moment. And I suspect she's taking incoming fire from the 3 ships over there. Yeah, you can see she's nearly gone. Bang, our main takes her out. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Good game to the red team. As I say, I don't normally play DDs, but that was fun.